Imam Al Nawawi was born in 631 Hijri, which corresponds to 1233 CE, and he lived for 44 years. So in Hijrah, he passed away in 676 and 1277 CE. 44. Yeah, 44. And he lived in a very turbulent time because what had happened at that time is the Mongol invasion occurred, where they swept across Asia with thunderous rapidity. They ransacked Baghdad and lay ruins to a lot of the heritage of the Muslims. And the Muslims were struck with awe of the Mongols. And that was in 656 when they captured it, Baghdad, and they proceeded westwards towards Sham, Syria, Aleppo and these places. But they suffered a defeat in 2 years later, 658, before which they were considered as being invincible. So at the hands of the Muslims, they received a defeat at Ain Jalut, and they subsequently tried a few times to capture Aleppo and were not successful in doing so. And then also just after he passed away as well, the Crusaders were removed from the land of Sham, and so during his lifetime they were there. So it was a very very turbulent time. And what's worthy of note here is that despite the tumultuous history which was unfolding in that area, the Muslims were still very much seeking knowledge, and they didn't give up their efforts to seek knowledge just because of the events that were happening literally at their doorstep. So Imam Al Nawawi, he wasn't known for his scholarly pedigree. He was from a humble family. His father was known for his piety and devoutness. And his father was famous for growing his own food. And he insisted that his family also were very conscientious about the source from which their food came. And he also is famous not to have married, and some people say because he had no means, he was too poor to marry. And a recent biographer of his, Abdul Ghani al-Diqar, he said that the reason for it was in fact because he was unable to fulfill the rights of his wife. He recognized that it was a very momentous responsibility, and so for that reason he didn't. And because of the ayah وَلَهُنَّ مِثْلُ الَّذِي عَلَيْهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, that women have rights similar to those against them, the famous ayah in Surah Baqarah. So he was aware of this ayah. And I just want to read something that I have here it's quoted from another book of Imam Al Nawawi about a little bit about him. So the same ayah, Allah states that women have rights similar to those against them, and the household is like a small society with the husband being the head of that society. Hence he's in a very serious position with a great deal of responsibility on his shoulders. In his commentary on the hadith of Asma, in which she states that she served her husband in many different ways,